They just suffered a slight setback. And after all, what is a man profited if he shall gain merry lands, but lose the entire South? Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
Mistress McNair?
I know, the flies.
No, a rum.
Well, what are y'all sitting around for? There's work to be done. Thomas, I need you to ride down into Delaware and fetch back Caesar Rodney. John, are you mad? 80 miles of horseback and he's a dying man. No! He's a patriot. What good is it, John? The South is done us in. And suppose they change their minds. Can we get Delaware without Caesar? What a bastardly bunch we are. Stephen!
I'll be at the tavern, John. If there's anything I can do for you there, let me know.
Chase! Bartlett!
What's the use, John? The vote is in the morning.
Less than a full day left.
Roger!
Face facts, John. It's finished.
I'm sorry, John.
John, we have no choice. The slavery clause has to go.
What are you saying, Franklin?
It's a luxury we can't afford.
A luxury! 500,000 souls in chains. And Dr. Franklin calls it a luxury. Perhaps you should have walked out with the South.
You forget yourself, sir. I founded the first anti-slavery society on this continent.
Do not wave your credentials at me. Perhaps it's time you renewed them.
The issue here is independence. Maybe you have lost sight of that, but I have not. How dare you jeopardize our cause when we have come so far? These men, no matter how much we disagree with them, are not ribbon clerks to be ordered about. They're proud, accomplished men, the cream of their colonies. And no matter how much we don't like it, they and the people they represent will be part of any nation you'd hope to form. So start learning how to live with them, or else pack up and go home. But at any rate, stop acting like a Boston fishwife.
What has happened to me? John Adams. The great John Adams. The wise man of the East. My law firm failing. My farm also failing. At a time in life where most men prosper, I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Philadelphia! Oh, Abigail, what am I going to do?
Do, John?
I need your advice.
You don't usually ask my advice.
Well, there doesn't appear to be anyone else right now, does there?
Very well, John. What is it?
The entire South has walked out of this Congress. George Washington is on the verge of total annihilation. The cause for which I have labored these many years has come to nothing, and it appears I am obnoxious and disliked.
Nonsense, John.
That I am unwilling to face reality.
Foolishness, John.
That I am pig-headed.
Well, there you have me, John. I'm afraid you are pig-headed.
Has it been any kind of life for you, Abigail? I know I haven't given you much.
I never asked for more. After all, I am Mrs. John Adams. That's quite a lot for one lifetime.
Is it, Abby?
Think of it, John, to be married to the man who's always first in line to be hanged.
Yes, the agitator. You must tell me why it is, Abby. I've always been dissatisfied, I know that. But lately I feel as though I reek of discontentment. It fills my throat, and it floods my brain, and sometimes I fear that there is no longer a dream, only the discontentment.
Oh, John, do you really know so little about yourself? And can you think so little of me that you think I'd marry the man you described? Have you forgotten what you used to say to me? I haven't. Commitment, Abby, commitment. There are only two creatures of value on the face of this earth. Those who commitment and those who require the commitment of others. Do you remember?
I remember.
Mr. Adams!
What?
These are for you!
What? Who sent them? What's in them?
Compliments of the Concord Ladies Coffee Club and the Sisterhood of the True Rose Synagogue and the Friday Evening Baptist Sweet Circle and the Holy Christian Sisters of St. Clair's, all for you, John. I am as I ever was and ever shall be. Yours, yours, yours.
Just a minute, Abigail. What's in these kegs?
Saltpeter, John.
McNair! Go out and buy every damn pin in Philadelphia.
Pin? What sort of pin?
I don't know. Whatever pins you ladies use in your sewing. And take these kegs to the armory. Hurry! Franklin, Jefferson, what are you doing just sitting around?
John, didn't you hear a single word I said before?
It's too late for that. Let's get to work.
John, I'm not even speaking to you.
Well, forget about that. There's work to be done. Time's running out. Get up, get out of your chair. Tomorrow is here. Too late to despair. Jefferson, talk to Rutledge, talk. If it takes all night, keep talking, talk, and talk, and talk. You're both Southern aristocrats. If you'll listen to anybody, he'll listen to you. Franklin! Time's running out.
I know. Get out of my chair. Do I have to talk to Wilson?
Yes, you do, if it takes all night. Keep talking, talk, and talk, and talk. Get away from Dickinson. That's the only way it could possibly work.
I'm still from Massachusetts, John. You know where I stand. Only whatever you say.
No, you're the president of Congress and you're a fair man. Stay that way. Just out of curiosity, Dickinson. Thompson, do you side with Dickinson or do you side with me?
Well, I side with the general. Lately, about the honest feeling he was having to me. I've been in expectation of receiving a reply. The subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Is anybody there? Humble and obedient.
Are you hungry, John?
No, I think I'll stay.
Good night.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. But to England I say, night, for I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burnt behind me. Come what may, come what may. Commitment! The croakers all stay through the day. They'll be held to pay in fiery purgatory. Through all the gloom, I can see the rays of ravishing light and glory. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? I see fireworks. I see the pageant and pomp and parade. I hear the bells ringing out. I hear the cannons roar. I see Americans, all Americans free forevermore. How quiet the chamber is. How silent the chamber is. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see?
Yes, Mr. Adams, I do.
I'm sorry, Dr. Hall. I didn't know anyone was there.
I'm sorry if I startled you. I couldn't sleep. In trying to resolve my dilemma, I remembered something I once read. That a representative owes the people not only his industry, but also his judgment. And that he betrays the people if he sacrifices to their opinions. That was written by Edmund Burke, a member of the British Parliament.
Congress will now vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Thank you for coming, Caesar, and God bless you, sir. The Secretary will call the roll, and I would remind you, gentlemen, that a single nay vote will defeat the motion. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire votes yea.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts says yay.
Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay. Connecticut.
Connecticut says yea.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains. New Jersey.
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay. Pennsylvania.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania is not yet ready. Come back to us.
Pennsylvania passes. Delaware. Delaware, by majority vote,
Aye.
says yay. Delaware says yay.
Well done, sir.
Maryland.
Maryland says yea.
Maryland says yay. Virginia.
Virginia says yea.
Virginia says yay.
yields.
South Carolina.
Well, Mr. Adams?
Well, Mr. Rutledge,
Remove the offended passage.
if we remove the passage, we'd be guilty of what we ourselves are rebelling against.
Mr. Adams, you must believe that I will do as I have promised to do. Remove the offended passage, or South Carolina will now and forever bury your dream of independence.
I beg you to consider what you're doing.
Franklin, if we give in on this issue, our posterity will never forgive us.
That's probably true, but we won't hear it anyway. We'll be long gone. Besides, what will posterity think we were? Demigods? We're men. No more, no less. Trying to get a new nation started against greater odds than a more generous God would have allowed. John, first things first. Independence. America. For if we don't secure this, what else matters?
Jefferson, say something.
What else is there to do?
Well, you're the man who wrote it.
Yes, Mr. Adams, I wrote all of it.
There! There it is! You have your slavery, Mr. Rutledge. And little good may it do you. Now vote! Damn you!
The fair colony of South Carolina says yay.
South Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay. Georgia.
Georgia says yay.
Georgia says yay. Pennsylvania. Second call.
Pennsylvania regrets all the inconvenience that such distinguished men as Adams, Franklin, and Jefferson have put to just now. They might have kept their documents intact for all the difference it would make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania says...
Just a moment. I ask that you poll the delegation.
Dr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President, is a proper request.
Yes, yes it is. All the delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yay.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Nay.
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
There you have it, Mr. Wilson. The entire question of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. A new nation, waiting to be born, or to die at birth, all on your say-so. What will it be, Mr. Wilson? Every map maker in the world is waiting for your decision.
Come now, James. Nothing has changed. You mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his confusions. The question is clear.
Most questions are clear when someone else has to decide.
It would be a shame for a man who has handed down hundreds of just verdicts from the bench to be remembered for the one bad decision he made while in Congress.
James, you're keeping everybody waiting. The secretary's called for your vote.
Please don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do. But Mr. Adams is right about one thing. I'm the one who will be remembered for it.
Yes? Whether you want to remember it or not, James, there's no way of avoiding it.
Not necessarily. If I go with them, I'll be one among dozens. No one will remember the name of James Wilson. But if I vote with you, I'll be the man who prevented American independence. I just didn't bargain for that.
And is that how new nations are formed? By a non-entity trying to preserve the anonymity that he so richly deserves?
Revolutions are born like bastard children, Mr. Dickinson. Part improvise, part compromise. We have provided the compromise. Now Judge Wilson is providing the rest.
James.
Sorry, John. My vote is yay.
Pennsylvania says yay. The count being 12 to none, with one abstention, the resolution on independence is adopted.
It's done! It's done!
Mr. Thompson, is the declaration ready to be signed?
It is.
Then I suggest that we do so at once. The chair further proposes that for our mutual security and protection, no man be allowed to sit in this Congress without attaching his name